thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to be making some Colcannon. Let's get started. Alright, so we're jumping right into this today with our bacon. We're going to fry this up, set it to the side, and save that bacon fat. Now in the same pan, we're going to fry up our cabbage. Right here I just have a head of cabbage, very roughly chopped, very rustic recipe. Everything will be very roughly chopped today. Also want to mention that you do not have to use cabbage. You can also use kale. So now we're going to go in with a little bit of salt on the top of the cabbage. I like to season as I go. And so we're going to give it a little bit of a stir. And then we are going to fry this for about 10 minutes. Now you can definitely fry yours for longer if you like a softer cabbage, but I really want some texture in this meal. So I like mine to still have that green color and it has a nice crunch. So now we've set that cabbage to the side. We're in that same pan, a little bit more bacon fat, and in go our onions. Now this is just a large sweet onion, very roughly chopped. So now we're just going to add a little bit of salt to these onions, and I fried them for about 5 minutes, but remember, fry them until they get to the texture that you like. So I want to say that if you are a returning subscriber watching my videos again, thank you so much. And if you are new, don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe button. So now we set the onions aside and we're going to start working on our potatoes. So we just have about 5 pounds of russets that have been roughly chopped and put in some water. We're going to go in with a few garlic cloves and a very large handful of salt. We're going to boil those until they are very soft, like this. So now we're going to drain those and we're going to add our melted butter to the pan. We're going to go in with a little bacon fat. This is completely optional, guys. If you're not down with it, you do not have to do it. And now I've got some garlic powder and some onion powder going in as well. Those are also optional. So now I like to use some cream and some milk to thin out my potatoes just to get them to that consistency that I like. So I would recommend that if you've ever made mashed potatoes before, mash these until you get to what you like for mashed potatoes. And now you can see I've left mine a little bit chunky, but I want them a little bit thinner, so I'm going to go in with a little bit more liquid, and this time it's milk. Feel free to use all milk, all cream, half and half, chicken stock, whatever you have on hand. So make sure you test these for salt and seasoning before you start adding in the other components. So right here we're just going to go in with our chopped bacon. And now we're going to go in with our fried cabbage. And you could substitute this cabbage if you don't like cabbage. You could use kale, you could use spinach. There's a lot of other options. And now, last but not least, we're going to go in with our fried onions. So once you have all of this together, you're going to want to give it a very thorough stir, and then you're going to want to test it again for seasoning. I know that sounds ridiculous, but you really have to test as you go because some of these ingredients have a lot of salt and some of them have none at all. So once I'm done stirring, I like to serve mine with some melted butter. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I think that it's the perfect accompaniment. And there you have it, guys, my Colcannon. It's absolutely delicious. I hope you give it a try. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and come back to my kitchen anytime.